Being all equal and independent, no one ought to harm another in his life, health, liberty, or possessions. Reading furnishes the mind only with materials of knowledge, it is thinking that makes what we read ours. New opinions are always suspected, and usually opposed, without any other reason but because they are not common. The only defense against the world is a thorough knowledge of it. We are like chameleons, we take our hue and the color of our moral character from those who are around us. Parents wonder why the streams are bitter, when they themselves poison the fountain. To love truth for truth's sake is the principal part of human perfection in this world, and the seed plot of all other virtues. Education begins the gentleman, but reading, good company, and reflection must finish him. Revolt is the right of the people. No man's knowledge here can go beyond his experience. To prejudge other men's notions, before we have looked into them, is not to show their darkness but to put out our own eyes. All wealth is the product of labor. I have always thought the actions of men the best interpreters of their thoughts. No man's knowledge here can go beyond his experience. Our business here is not to know all things, but those which concern our conduct. The only defense against the world is a thorough knowledge of it. Reverie is when ideas float in our mind without reflection or regard of the understanding. Few men think, yet all will have opinions. Hence men's opinions are superficial and confused. Fortitude is the guard and support of the other virtues. There is frequently more to be learned from the unexpected questions of a child than the discourses of men. Government has no other end than the preservation of property. Tyranny is the exercise of power beyond right. But there is only one thing which gathers people into seditious commotion, and that is oppression. No one can be put out of this estate, and subjected to the political power of another, without his own consent. In transgressing the law of nature, the offender declares himself to live by another rule than that of reason and common equity. There are 1,000 ways to wealth, but only one way to heaven. Try all things, hold fast that which is good. All men are liable to error, and most men are, in many points, by passion or interest, under temptation to it. It is one thing to show a man that he is in error, and another to put him in possession of the truth. Seek to make thy course regular, that men may know beforehand what they may expect. I pretend not to teach, but to inquire. The rising unto place is laborious, and by pains men come to greater pains, and it is sometimes base, and by indignities men come to dignities. The state of nature has a law of nature to govern it, which obliges every one, and reason, which is that law, teaches all mankind, who will but consult it.